University of South Africa gears up for election of the president of Convocation. The Convocation Office is responsible for strategic direction, policy formulation and development of an institution of higher learning. Joining us now for more on this subject, ahead of the 11th of December, is the presidential candidate, Lucky Phosa. Lucky, very good evening. Thanks so much for speaking to us. Let's start off with the role that Convocation plays at the University of South Africa.
Good evening, Hugo, and good evening to your viewers at home. And thank you so much for hosting me. The role of Convocation in Unisa is to, amongst others, nominate members to represent the convocants or alumni in the structure of Convocation, to advise council and management on various issues of importance, to participate in the fundraising for the university, but also to nominate eminent persons to serve as recipients for the honorary degrees of the university.
Now, how does your role? I mean, obviously you're one of the individuals that's up for election. I suppose that the question to ask is, what do you hope to bring to the Convocation?
Really to restore the dignity of Unisa. The university has been on the news for wrong reasons recently, and to just contribute a little, bring some positive energy, so that whatever you contribute, you know that for the next few years when we'll be serving in the Convocation, our own contribution will make the university to appear in the public, in the news, for all the correct reasons. Because Unisa is too big to fail. It is a university, it's the only university in this country, perhaps in the continent, that is able to give opportunities to even the people that would not have, under normal circumstances, gotten an opportunity to participate or to study in an institution of higher learning. It is the only university with each passing graduation season that makes news for sectors in our society, such as domestic workers, petrol attendants, the securities, and all of those downtrodden people of the country and the continent, making news for having graduated with Unisa, including taxi drivers for that matter. So it is a university that cannot be allowed to collapse. That is why some of us stood up and said, let us come back and see if we cannot contribute and make sure that we restore the dignity of the university.
Well, why it wasn't quite near collapse, it was near administration until only recently when that reversal happened based on the court. So what are the shortcomings that you've established ahead of this election campaign?
I think the greatest shortcoming is governance. Now, with Convocation, if really South Africans and Africans and all other graduates and eminent persons who have passed through that university can listen to our message and vote for us to try and contribute, we will just get in there and participate in restoring governance in the university. Once governance is restored, all other systems will come in place. Personally, I don't think it is that worse that the university has completely collapsed. It is just to fix this and that, but importantly, governance. And as a member of Convocation, perhaps as president of Convocation, I will surely be part of the University Council and directly contribute to restoring of governance in that university.
Well, something that you're probably going to have to work on quite quickly, Lucky, if it's not resolved by the time you go into office, is the recent situation with students potentially rewriting exams. And how does that impact Unisa? Obviously, there have been multiple complaints by students around this and the prejudice that they seem to suggest it causes them.
I have read a statement of the university. I've read news yesterday that emerged that certain students will have to rewrite their October-November examinations. But if you read the statement of the university that was issued, I think late yesterday, it says that there is an invigilator, online invigilating system that has been put in place. And all those that are going to write exams, they are aware that they cannot be they're supposed to be invigilated by that system throughout their examination. So if you spend about 10 minutes and more with that system not being able to notice what you are doing, then the system picks up an error that says you are compromising quality of exams. And for quality purposes, obviously the university will have to do everything possible to make sure that the qualifications that they confer to graduates are of necessary quality. I'm not necessarily saying the university is correct. I'm not saying the university is not correct. But once one is directly part of the process in the university, because currently I'm outside of the university, we'll be able to listen to some of those things and see how we advise.
Lucky Phosa, appreciate your time, and he's Convocation presidential candidate at Unisa.